Hello and welcome to Patrick's Models and Transport. So, good evening. I was thinking, for a change, to make a video refitting the body onto the Rivarossi tram tonight. So I got it all set out, and then I realized that I still have to paint the new controller, the extra controller. So this still has to be painted and refitted together with the other one, and it'll have to be held in place with some PVA glue and glaze. So okay, postpone that. We'll postpone this job to tomorrow, I think, because in the meantime I'll paint this. I'll actually paint this thing here. So then there's actually quite a few odds and ends that have to be fitted on, the guardrails and all the bits and pieces, and so we're going to look through this thing here tomorrow. One thing I did now, seeing I had in fact, maybe before fitting the body, I should make a new front destination number, because you see it's missing now, and there was a wee broken peg in here, right there, and I went in from underneath and I knocked it out. So how am I going to do this? I'm actually going to I'll cut a disc in this diameter. I'll just measure that, and I'll use one of the punch, not the belt punch. I think I'll use the other punch, the paper punch, the other one you saw me use, the Zenith punch, this one here. Hold on. In fact, why talk? Let's do it together. Let's measure it. Okay, righto. This pencil doing in here, things flying all over the place. So I'm going to take this punch. This is a punch for paper, leather. I'm sure you've seen me using it on the rail car, and there are various. Let's see if maybe we should lift this a bit, because I think we're a bit too. Yes, that's better. Okay, bingo, that's it. Right. So this is very good. You can use it for making punching holes in paper, leather, plastic, and it actually belongs to my father. We've always had this in the house since I was a kid. In fact, you can see when I was wee, I enjoyed punching holes, and would be playing with all the stuff, you know, in the desk, and making punching holes through the polystyrene. So this is a very, very old. It's called here trapano per carta, meaning a paper drill. This is Zenith. Zenith is an Italian company. These are still in production. You can buy one. You can probably buy them on Amazon. Very, very beautiful vintage box. And here it even says l'apparecchio dotato di punte o fustelle per fori del diametro 3, 4, 5,5 mm. So it's got punches for holes with a diameter of 3, 4 and 5.5 mm. Le punte sono di ottimo acciaio temperato e conservano il tagliente per lunghissimo tempo. The points are an excellent tempered steel and maintain the sharpness of the blade for a very long time. This is older than me, so I'm 49 now, so this will be, I don't know, it precedes me. And here it says here underneath, written in French, importé d'Italie, meaning imported from Italy. French being recognized as an international language. And here it shows you how to use it. You can pause there. Instructions. So it's very, very interesting. So it tells you how to do it, how to use it. So it's very simple. Appoggiare la punta dove occorre forare e premendo girare con moto alterno a destra e a sinistra. So place the point in the point where you have to make the hole, and pressing, turning with an alternate movement from left to right and right to left. È bene appoggiare il materiale che si desidera forare sopra un'asticella qualsiasi. It's best to lean the material, to place the material you want to perforate on top of a piece of very heavy duty cardboard, so as to avoid damage to the point. So don't do it on a hard surface and to the surface you're working on. I residui di carta sotto forma di coriandoli vengono estratti dall'apparecchio svitando il pomolo. So the paper residue in the form of paper confetti are extracted from the tool by unscrewing the knob. In fact, there we go. The knob is here, and we just unscrew that, and knock out. In fact, what fell out? Some big pieces of heavy duty leather. I made a hole. I made some extra holes in a big heavy duty belt, leather belt I was using for my not very good lumbago. A bit like a weightlifter's belt, but it's actually a traditional Romanian belt they use in the country. Its name is Chimir. Cristake will know about it. Okay, so apart from all of that, I started talking about the tram and I ended up talking about belts. Anyway, this is a fantastic tool to have when you're working. Okay, and the design and the technical drawing on the box. I don't know what the modern boxes are like, but this is the one I've got. Okay. It's also written in French there for the French speakers. Okay, so let's get a point of the diameter. We'll get the point with the biggest diameter. There it is. You see there's some bits of leather in there. Let's see if we can just knock them out. There we go. That's it. We take the point and we screw it into the drill. Then we just tighten that. And now I'm just going to check the diameter, comparing it to the diameter, let's say, that's absolutely perfect. Might be a wee bit narrower, but once we've fitted it, once we've made the hole, we're okay. So how am I going to make this thing? Because I have to make a disc and a small triangular part underneath. Of course, cutting this out of styrene manually would be absolutely impossible. It would be something dreadful, no? So what we're going to do, we're going to get a piece of styrene, one of my many styrene clippings, and actually get and cut out a disc. Let's see what we're going to punch things with. We have a motley collection of stuff in here, and let's see what we get. Something that's already been perforated I would like, because generally small trimmings that can't really be recycled for anything else. This way we economize material. Things that are not recyclable anywhere else. And here's our candidate, this bit here. So we'll just get, I'm going to turn the camera over like this, our piece, and I'm just going to go in there with the punch and do exactly what it said. Twisting movement from left to right and vice versa. You could even do it standing up, but you can do it sitting, no problem. Oh, we're nearly there. Maybe if I were standing, it would be easier. Okay, we're nearly there. This is a bit tougher than paper. Okay, we're through. Yep, there we are. Because I don't really want to. I don't want it to disappear inside the punch. So that's good enough. Perfect. So here's our little disc. Perfectly cylindrical, perfectly circular disc. There you are. Perfectly round. No problem at all. And with this, in fact, I can compare it in size. Let's compare it to there. We're nearly the same size. So how am I going to fit this? I'll use a small piece of copper wire, which is quite thick, the copper wire, not the silver coated copper wire. And I'll just make a support, a bracket, the height of the number here. Fit it in with glue and glaze, and then simply glue the disc to it with a small triangular section underneath. So that'll be the next thing we do, but we'll do it on camera, not now, because I think this video was long enough. So this is a very useful tool. Now we've finished using it, we'll just put it away. Put the tram out of the road before it gets a sore head. So the instructions also say that if you want, you can carry it in your pocket for some reason. You just take the point, stick it in like that, and then screw it up like that. And this way you can carry it around and not punch a hole in your pocket. But of course, in our case, we're going to put it away where it belongs. It comes with more sizes. This is another wide one. There are two really wide, there are two maximum diameter ones. These are for the holes when you've got, for making holes in, you know, for a clip-on notebook, no? So this is the biggest diameter. In fact, they're identical. And then there are two narrower ones, medium sized. Now, the dimensions I think are, so there are two 5.5s, it says here, one 4, this is 4 millimeters, and one 3, another one is, what is it, 3 millimeters, yes, 3 millimeters, 4 millimeters, and then you just pop it away in its box until next time you need it. There it is, in its box, put the sleeve on, and there we go. That's a very, very good tool. Zenith is a very good make, and Zenith also makes staplers, very good staplers. I've got a Zenith stapler. Probably calling it Patrick's Models and Office Equipment. There you go, there's my Zenith stapler. It's had a hard life. Okay, it's a bit rusty because the first house I lived in had some humidity problems, and so if there was any chipped paint, things would tend to rust. But this is the Rolls Royce of staplers. Okay. Okay, very well. So having done that, there's our disc. We don't want to forget it, so we'll just pop it in this packet here, this wee box, and we'll stick it in here because we'll be doing jobs. There we go. That's the tram waiting for work. I've already prepared the controller for painting, So we'll put that on a clothes peg and give it some black paint. Okay, cheerio and see you next time. Ciao, ciao.